Hello and welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, brought to you by RRC. This is the second stage, the Hydrosity Zone. Immediately immersing you in a drowning hazard.
Kind of. So we probably shouldn't get into this as we're not, established members of the Sonic community, but I want to get into this. You pronounce this zone as Hydrosity Zone, and Hydrosity, as other members of the Sonic community have mentioned, is an actual word. However, I hold contention with that specifically because hydrosity is a fucking stupid word, and it also doesn't actually apply to this stage as well as what as Hydro City specifically would be, especially because this is otherwise a collection of wet buildings. I personally am of a big fan of the fact that Brain Scratch Commentaries consistently failed to come to a conclusion about what the fuck the name of this stage is. I am a personal fan of specifically Hydro City, but Collection of Wet Building Zone is also a very good substitute for it.
So after doing a Google search of hydrosity or Hydro City, it's hydro. It's an amalgamation of hydro and city put together. So when you ask for a definition from Google, under people also ask, as submitted on December 19th, 2019, as an answer to the question, what is the meaning of Hydro City? The answer is, likewise, Hydro City is a city submerged in water. Hydro means to do with water. It is a water city. It's a hydro city. It's largely a play on words. It doesn't seem to have any other meaning other than that. It looks like it's just, and then it's asking for Hydro City pronunciation. Which honestly, if I could read phonetic descriptions of how to pronounce words, because phonetic descriptions on how to pronounce words have been available in the English language for the past 500 years, I can't say. I say it's Hydrosity because, as I had mentioned in other Sonic the Hedgehog playthroughs, I distinctly remember as a kid seeing an adventure of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog when a character refers to this place as the Hydrosity, and he had an accent.
Do you know which character it was?
No, I never tried looking it up, and honestly, I probably should at some point. What I find peculiar about this mini-boss is that's actually using the Dr. Robotnik boss theme. This is not Dr. Robotnik himself. It is just another one of his abominable creations.
You?
I mean, you could. But Tails is with him, sir! And that's part of the... Oh, yeah, this mini-boss is cake when you're playing this as Knuckles, because Knuckles can attach to the wall, and he can't be hit by the water trap while he's attached to a wall.
Right.
The idea, I mean, mind you, you're not going to be stuck in this little washing machine trap for long enough to drown. If you don't get out of the water after you get stuck in the washing machine trap, then you will drown. Most certainly.
Yeah, Tails did most of that fight for you, dude.
Yeah, and Tails will do that because Tails can't fucking die.
Alright, I also noticed that you didn't do all that much exploring in Hydro City Zone, so...
There are a lot of hidden things in Hydro City Zone that I'm not aware of. And honestly, I'm content with that, because no matter what the situation, not even because I'm playing with on a game emulator that enables save states, I usually get to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds, even if I don't find all of the rings hidden in each of the levels, because that's the main point of scouring the environment, is finding the bonus rings. The most important thing. Finding one-up boxes is a distant second.
Now,
yeah. Don't get crushed there.
So you knew already that it was going to stop there, right?
Because it always stops there.
Okay. One of these funnel traps actually does connect you to a secret ring. I forget which one though.
Yeah, there are easily 3 bonus rings in the second act of Hydro City. I usually collect maybe like 1 bonus ring in Hydro City Act 2.
Okay.
And that's fine with me. Where I really rack up the bonus rings are in Angel Island Zone, because I know where 4 of them are, and Marble Garden Zone. I know where 1 is in each of Carnival Act Zone and Ice and the Ice Zone, and I know where 1 is in Launch Base. So just by the ones that I know where they are without having to look any further to discover new ones, I get like 2 or 3 mulligans on bonus rings if I screw some of them up. And as a note on the bonus ring themselves, I think it does cycle. Yeah. So if you miss a bonus ring, then the next time you get a bonus ring, it's going to load a different one, I'm pretty sure. Which is different than Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you must complete the current one before you go on to the next one.
Okay.
Waiting for the platform.
There we are.
The Hydro City Zone Act 2 may be the first zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in which you get a timeout game over.
Because the timeout is still 10 minutes, right?
9 minutes and 59 seconds, actually. Well, that's not true. For goodness sake, if you inflict the last hit on Dr. Robotnik just as the timer clicks on 9:59, you'll survive. If it takes you
10 minutes,
it is it is 10-minute drop dead timer. A scary one at that. Because then you have to hear the time over theme, which is the same as the game over theme. But it's not a game over. All it is, it causes you to lose a life, and you have to restart the level from the most recent checkpoint. It doesn't send you back to the beginning of the level, which is great. And then it also resets your timer, so you get to enjoy the progress you have through the level without having to do it over again and eat up the very same minutes you wasted on the clock that got you the time over in the first place.
Right.
Really watch out for those crusher hazards there.
I wonder if there's a secret ring back there, actually.
Prior to this point, yes. After this point, I think you got 1 more shot at finding a bonus ring. Not for a little while. Oh, darn it, I dropped my money.
Nah, come on, Cloud. It's not currency yet. It will be currency in later games, but it's not currency in this game.
Yeah, I'm quite thankful for that, actually. Take your rings to the shop. Do you want to buy some sweet upgrades that will allow you to go through the levels that you access by your super duper 3D accessible world map? Sonic Adventure 1. Hell yeah.
Are we ever going to do Sonic Adventure 1 and 2?
At the moment, my answer to that question is no. Yeah, I don't have the means to record that game.
I technically have the means to record Sonic Adventure 1, but I'm not entirely sure which version.
Right. Like whether it's the original one or the director's cut.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it's director's cut, but I'm not sure. And yes, the version does matter because Sonic Adventure 1 director's cut has some slight but somewhat depending on your opinion, significant differences between the original release, specifically when it comes to texturing and sound effects. Yeah, there's definitely a hidden ring up there. Dang it.
Yeah, and I also don't pick up my second controller in order to use Tails in order to get up there because I end up doing that later in the playthrough because you can totally do that at any time as long as you have a second controller. You can gain control of. Okay, well that. You have to have a second game controller and you have to have a second profile enabled because once you get logged in as Tails, then then the connected player profile also gets credit for playing with Sonic.
Specifically because of the Xbox connection, right?
I think no. It's just for the purpose of in-game rewards. So any in-game rewards that the player playing as Sonic unlocks is also enjoyed by the player playing as Tails.
Okay.
Watch out for the Cyclone. He's drawing you into a sharp trap. He's trying to grind us up into paste.
And jump.
And jump. Oh, missed.
There we go.
Got him. Because he lowers himself in order to draw up the Cyclone Whirlpool.
And with that, we have successfully bested Hydro City Zone.
Yawn. And in the next part, as we are going to go through one level of Sonic the Hedgehog in this rather short playthrough brought to you by Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, we're advancing to Marble Garden Zone, one of my more favorite zones in the game.
Be safe, everybody.
Woo!